Hey, this is Steven from Kiwibox.com. Right now I'm talking with Scooter Smith. How's it going, Scooter?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Scooter Smith.
Yeah. So, single just dropped, head of my class. You got Chris Brown in it. What was it like working with Chris for you?
You know, it's awesome because, he's like my big brother to me, so, he tells me what's wrong, he tells me what's good, we just both like, we both like, we just we like to do what we do, go skateboard, go bike, and, do what normal kids do. Even though Chris is, 19, a teenager, he's still doing stuff that I'm doing, so go play basketball, football, it's just real fun.
Yeah, for sure. So, head of my class is also the name of the album. When can we expect the album to come out? When can we expect the album to come out?
February. I think it might come out February. I'm not sure yet. Just, 1st of February, so, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Very cool. So, did you finish recording all the tracks for it yet, or you still got a couple more to go?
I think we're just about done, but, we're still going to keep going, till they say, okay, I'm finished, we're done, you did too much, so we're just going to keep going, till they say we finished, so.
Yeah. All right. So, how long does it typically take for you to write a verse or a song even?
I write my own verses, so, it don't take me that long, because once I start writing, I listen to the beat, and before I go in the studio, I learn it before I go inside the booth to record, so, it don't take me that long. It's not like one time, but it takes me like at least like 6 or 5, but, I knock it out easily.
All right. So I read that you worked with Swiss Beats and Pulled It Down on the record. What's it like working with them?
Swiss Beats, it's fun because, my first time meeting him, he was nice as can be, it was real fun, he was playing some stuff that he had, it was just big fun, we had Cassidy and, we had a bunch of artists that I thought I would never meet, like, of course, like Swiss Beats and Cassidy, but once I met them all, they was nice to me, they acted like they was my big brothers, and, Pull It Down, of course, that's my big bro right there, I've been in the studio with him plenty of times, and, I'm waiting for my I'm waiting for my single to come out, so, you know what I'm saying, so, he promised me he was going to give me a diamond watch and a little chain, so I'm waiting for him to see me again.
Very cool. So, besides them and besides Chris Brown, who else do you have in your record? Do you have any other features?
Yes, I do. I have T-Pain, that's in my single. I have Mario, a song called Favorite Girl. I have a kid from the Handheld Kids, I believe they're called. So he's on one of my songs called Do It For Me. He also collaboration with me and him. So it's real crazy. We write, me and Ludacris. Ludacris wrote that song, and we just write our lyrics.
Oh, very nice. That's an impressive roster you got there. So you've also got this really great rap style. It's really nice listening to you rap. What rappers do you enjoy listening to?
Artists like Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Cassidy, Lupe Fiasco, most of the real artists like Jadakiss, artists like those.
When did you first write a rap? When did you first discover that you had the talent to do this?
When I was 5, I started rapping to like artists like DMX, Lil Romeo, Bow Wow, artists like that. And then my mom had signed me up for Showtime at the Apollo, which I entered and won. Best, came back for Best of the Year. Won, that's when really started kicking up where I knew I could rap. I just started rapping, and that's where I met B2K actually. I moved to California, and I started my rap career there.
Very cool. So you're also a very accomplished dancer. I saw you crumping on YouTube, which is pretty wild. When did you first start taking dance lessons?
It just came. Somehow it just came. I just started watching like TV with Usher and artists that really started dancing, that could really dance to me. So I copied some of their moves and I really started dancing. So.
Oh, very cool. And on top of that, you also have the acting thing going for you. You have all the stuff. You played Daniel on the TV show Lost. What was it like filming Lost for you?
It was fun because, I met a bunch of people at Wiley, and I met the directors, and, it was just a big fun experience. I was in Hawaii, got to see the beautiful beaches, the beautiful women, It was real fun, that was a good experience. That was my first time going to Hawaii, so, you know, and of course on the set it was also fun. So.
Yeah. And it's the third season. Were you a fan of the first two seasons?
Never didn't watch it that much, but you know, I had to start watching it to get what happened in the last season I was in, because I didn't get what happened, so I had to watch it. And then, you know, I started to get the point. So.
You're also going to be in a movie coming out called Gardens of the Night. I read. It's your first movie, right?
Mhm.
And are you excited for it to come out? I assume, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I want to see I haven't seen myself in the movie yet, so you know it's gonna be, you know.
Yeah, very cool. Have you been to a red carpet premiere before?
What'd you say?
Have you been to a red carpet premiere before?
Yes, I've been to I believe 2, or maybe no 3, because I did the BET Awards and then I did Teen Choice Awards twice, and then after that I did the Kids Choice Awards, and I also did. I went with my friend. I went with my cousin Bobby actually to go to his movie premiere. And I went to this Christmas premiere, so yeah, I've been to a couple.
All right, cool. So you're a veteran at this whole red carpet thing. This one won't be a big deal when it goes.
Nah, you know, I'm kind of getting used to it now.
All right, cool. So you got all this stuff. Once the album drops, do you have a tour in the works? Do you want to take the album on the road?
You know, I'm going on my promo tour Sunday actually, and you know, we're gonna be going places, so I can't wait for that.
All right. Well, Scooter Smith, thank you. That is all the questions I got for you today, man.
No problem.
All right, and then have a good one.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.